Welcome to the Kingdom Culture Podcast that was created on purpose with a purpose to empower, uplift, and guide others to the center of God's perfect will. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Kingdom Culture Podcast. I hope everybody's having a great week. This week, I wanted to be a little vulnerable again and talk about something that happened to me last week, Tuesday. So I've shared on here before that I deal with depression. And so Tuesday of last week, I woke up in a big funk. I did not want to get up out of bed and, get my day started. But I did. I got up and I got ready and I hit the gym in the morning. I got through my workout. And the cool thing about working out is that it gets you in a movement, in a state of movement. So that helped me a lot to just try to get my funk out. I don't really know why sometimes I just get up and feel sad and overwhelmed and overstimulated, but it happens and I'm learning to deal with it. So I got done with my workout and then I got ready for work. I dropped my son off. I gave him a big hug. I had my little prayer time with him in the car in the morning that we always do. And I felt a little better, and I was going on my way to work and I was praying with the Lord and I was singing and praising Him with the worship music and, just being myself. And the coolest thing is that in my mind, even from the moment that I woke up, I'm like, I'm choosing to have a good day. I feel like this, but I'm choosing to be grateful. I'm choosing to get up. I'm choosing to put my health first. I'm choosing to get up and get ready for work and not miss because I feel sad. I'm choosing to dress nice and cute and to feel confident because of who I am, who the Lord says that I am, not because I'm feeling like this. I am choosing to praise God and sing and make sure that, I just keep my day moving. And before, I wouldn't do that. Before, I would just sit in it and be like, whatever, it beat me. Depression won, or whatever it was that I was feeling won. And I was really proud of myself, I was really like, all right, cool, it's going to be a great day. I got in. My coworkers were being funny, actually, as I walked into the door, because I have a meeting, like, right at 8 a.m., and one of my coworkers was like, race ya? So, like, raced me to the room. And I was like, no, we're going to get in trouble. I think it's, it's not the season for running, but sure. And we were just being goofy, whatever. But then we got into a serious conversation in this meeting. And I guess I didn't do a part of what I was supposed to do the right way. And it got to me. Like, it got to my feelings. I felt like I was disrespected. I felt like I was being attacked. I felt really like, I'm like, wow, like, it was just one mistake. I'm sorry. And it just, like, turned into a whole bickering thing in the meeting. And they're like, this is constructive. We can have difficult conversations, all that we want. And I really tried my hardest to not let it get to me. But it did. It did. I ended up having to go to the bathroom and I cried for a while. But, now that I look back at it, I'm like, oh, man, I could have listened to what my mindset mentor tells me and listened to my song that brings me back to a state of happiness, a state of calmness, a full state of being present and being within myself. Because with depression, now that I've chosen not to medicate myself, now that I've chosen not to, go to a special doctor for those types of medications, there are different tactics that I've had to learn to be able to overcome it, to make sure that I'm okay internally and externally so that it doesn't stop me. But, sometimes you just have to go with your feelings and feel it out. I really could not stop it. So I'm like, ugh, now everybody at work's gonna see me, like, and I started overthinking, and then I started getting overwhelmed. I'm like, I have to go home, like somebody's gonna make fun of me, and all these thoughts started running through my mind, and I just started crying and crying, and I'm like, stop. I remember I was in the bathroom, and I was texting a really good friend of mine. See, if you're watching this, thank you so much for your words. She actually calmed me down and said, hey, you know what, it happens. You deserve to have a good day, like the Lord loves you, like have grace with yourself. And it was amazing, that I could have somebody to lean on in that moment, which takes a lot for me because I'm not as open about when I'm like super down. I'm just not that type of person. So being able to text her and say, you know what, I just started crying, I'm in the bathroom, and having her tell me like, you're okay, everything's fine, really helped. And after that text, I kind of was like, all right, cool. Wiped my tears off, made sure that, I washed my face. And I took a walk. I took a walk around the building, and I was talking to myself positively. Like, one of the coolest things that my mindset mentor has taught me is to be able to recognize my emotion and try to find out why I felt that way. And then move forward from it. So I did my whole 1, 2, 3s. I did this to get my body back into my present moment. So being present and taking some breathing exercises that I've learned, I was able to just calm down and be like, all right, cool, I'm done. And I didn't cry anymore. And then after I was stable enough to understand that everything was okay and feel safe, because that's another thing that I've learned is like, you need to get into the mindset of bringing yourself back to the safe space, bringing yourself back to the serenity, bringing yourself back to the present moment. Feel your body, feel your breath, make sure that you know that you're here and you don't like black out or like feel out of body or whatever, so that you can take hold of your emotions and actually figure out, 1, why they're happening, and 2, just to move on from them. And then I started praying because, as you guys know, I'm a woman that loves the Lord, and everything that happens to me, I bring it to Him. And while in prayer, I was able to feel God's comfort. I was able to talk to Him and say, hey, I don't know why I feel like this, I didn't do anything to them. I don't understand why they're being disrespectful. Maybe they're having a bad day too, because you always have to have grace with people. Like, you might think you're having a bad day, but somebody else might be having it worse. So I always try to keep that in mind when people like speak out of turn with me or yell at me or whatever. Like, they might be having it worse, maybe having it worse, right? But the coolest thing is like the Lord's like, you're okay. You don't have to have it together 24/7. And that's what I heard while I was in prayer. I heard the Lord said, Avril, you don't have to have it all together 24/7. It's okay. You're human. You're not a robot. You are not going to be at 100 every single time. Just have grace with yourself and learn. And I did learn a lot through this experience, which is why I wanted to talk to you guys about it, because after my prayer time and after, texting my friend back and after getting myself back in a settled state, I was telling her, I was like, you know what? I have a beautiful life. My life is beautiful. I have so many opportunities that are going to come, this coming year. I have so many opportunities now. I have a beautiful family. I am loved. I am accepted. I know, I just started counting my blessings. And I started saying, I don't have a bad life. It was like a bad 5 hours. Now, I didn't even want to say that it was a bad day, because it wasn't. It wasn't a bad day. It was our, company's holiday luncheon or whatever. People were having fun. We had free food. The food was amazing. We had gifts, and we had raffles, and we had free, it was a good day. And the coolest thing that I've been able to learn through this whole depression thing is, it used to beat me. It literally used to beat me where I did not want to do anything. I did not want to get up out of bed. I did not want to go and meet somebody. I did not want to get ready. And I love myself for being so strong, because now, even when I know that I am in a funk, I am choosing to not stay there. I am choosing the peace. I am choosing life. because before I wasn't living, I was just surviving. And it's just so cool to see my growth, and it's so cool to be able to share with you guys, because if you're in the same boat as me where you're still dealing with your depression and you still don't know how to get out of bed those days, let me tell you, it's okay. It's okay if you're still in bed. It's okay if you still sleep through it. It's okay if you don't feel strong enough to do something else. Just know that you have to try and get yourself out of that emotion, get yourself out of that state of depression, get yourself out of that. And it might trigger some of you because I'm saying, like, just get over it. Like, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it took me 29 years to realize that, hey, depression used to kick me in my butt. I didn't know who I was. I didn't want to eat. I didn't want to do anything. And today I can tell you that, you know what, I'm going to choose to get up out of bed. I'm going to choose to hit the gym. I'm going to choose to do something fun. I'm going to choose to go outside. I'm going to choose to do something. Why? Because I am choosing to be a different person. I don't want to be the sad, depressed Abril. I don't want to be there no more. I have so much to live for. There's so much things that the Lord has set up in front of me and set up for me that I want to go after. But I'm not going to let my emotions get the best of me. And it takes time. It takes time to realize, like, wow, I really do have something. And if you are, still using medications and all that stuff, do not take this the wrong way. That's just me. I just chose not to use them because they made me very loopy. They made me very, like, I didn't feel anything, and I didn't like that. But if you need them still, please don't go off of them. I still go to therapy because I know that I need it. So I'm not telling you to not do what you need to do to feel better. I'm just here telling you my story and this incredible win for me, because I did cry. I did feel like crap. I did feel like I was in a big funk. I did not feel like doing anything. And I got up out of that bed and I got through my crying session and said, you know what, I'm still going to have a good day. I came home and it was amazing. I got to spend time with my son. So instead of doing more work, I actually took that afternoon and spent time with my son and my husband. And we played, and he showed me all his cool monster trucks, and it brought so much joy to my heart. And that's what I want to do. I just want to show you guys my story so that that there's different little things you can do to feel better. There's different things you can focus on to feel better and to be better and to try and be better. But it's an everyday thing. It's a one day at a time thing. It's a lifetime type of thing. So if you're dealing with depression, I truly am praying for you. I am praying that you find the strength and that you find the little things that you love to do so that that day becomes easier and easier. I pray that it doesn't beat you, and I pray that just like me, you can find comfort and goodness and peace in the Lord. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys this week. I hope that you guys have an amazing rest of your week, and we will see you guys next week. And remember that I love you. I love you guys so much, but the Lord loves you more. Always, always, always. If you found this episode useful or you got some value out of it, please share it with others. We are trying to grow the Kingdom Culture family, and it would make my heart so happy if you're, sharing this or talking to somebody about it or sending it to somebody that you think might need it. So, God bless. I love you guys. We'll see you guys next week.